I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. If you watched the Danny Ings player review earlier today, you would have had a sneak peek at the Road to Glory. I did complete the SBC. I had 3 team of the seasons that I had to put somewhere. Kamara, Andre, and Osimhen. So they went in there. I actually gave up another Andre, and I gave up another Osimhen, but it wasn't the team of the season Osimhen. It was just that 79 rated. I've got another one as well, like a player of the month, 83 rated. Either way, bunch of fodder, didn't care about it, didn't cost me any money. 93, Danny Ings in the club. Does he fit the team? No. No, he doesn't. So, had to rework the team, sold a couple of the players we bought, sold Mandanda, sold Thiago Silva, Verratti still up for sale, he hasn't gone yet. I'm not going to lose any money on any of them, so it's fine. And then I built this, which doesn't look that great on paper. Best team I've used this weekend, and this is my 3rd team of the weekend league. Like I said, I built that French league side, and on paper, okay, it's not amazing, but it wasn't that bad. And then I moved into that sort of Bundesliga-ish thing, and this isn't actually the team that I used. Was it? I switched it in the end, and I put Tim over. Yeah, I don't know why I took a picture of that, which is actually the team that I used for maybe 2 of the games, I think. And then I switched it, and I put Werner up front, and I had Ings in the team, but took Kante out, and I used that lone Gerrard for 6 games, which is what I had. I'm in a bit of a bind now because I don't know what to do, because that Gerrard kind of tied everyone together. I could use Jari Litmanen, but he wouldn't. I mean, I might use Jari Litmanen. To be fair, do you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use Jari Litmanen for the rest of the weekend league. Basically, I wanted to hit 8 wins last night. I was on 2 and 3, awful weekend, and I wanted to hit 8 by the end of last night's session. I got to 7. I won 5 in a row, actually. I went 5-0. And I was feeling really good. This is my first game. This set me up for the night, man, because this put me in such a good mood. Like, no disrespect to my opponent, but he was probably the worst player that I've played in Weekend League ever across any FIFA. He was horrendous. His team was just as bad, to be fair, and I needed it. I really did. After the poor display that I had, and the fact that I was reviewing Ings so I could really find out what he was all about, I needed it just to boost my morale, essentially. Now, I knew I wasn't up against someone who was on my level, but it still made me feel really good about it. And the stats at the end of the game made for good reading. And going forward into the next game and the game after, I did come up against some really difficult opponents. I was playing well enough to beat them, but then the game started. There was one game, man. Only one game. I played 6 last night. I won 5. I lost 1. The one that I lost, completely justified. The guy was absolutely insane, and he obliterated me. From the second goal, I gave up because he was just insane. I think he beat me like 6-0. It was pointless even trying. This goal from Lozano was incredible, but it does give you some indication as to how bad my opponent was. I've literally walked through him with no skill move whatsoever there, no pace, nothing, and we beat him 8-0, and I absolutely rinsed him. Honestly, I feel sorry for him, because if I beat him 8-0, I dread to think what other people would do to him, because I'm terrible. This guy, I can't remember if this was the game, but there was a game where I went 2-0 up in 13 minutes, and I thought, right, okay. No, this was the rage quit, actually. I did go 2-0 up in about 17 minutes, I think, here, but this guy rage quit and left straight away, which is what you want, right? But I went 2-0 up in another game, and I felt amazing. And as soon there was one moment in the game, and it just clicked. I think I was trying to clear the ball with my defender, and I felt something. It was almost like someone flicked a switch, and my player wouldn't turn. And I was like, oh crap. And then all of a sudden, no one would turn. I couldn't pass. I was horrendous. That game, I won it, but it was shocking from that one little moment. And I knew, like, my player was moving fine. All of a sudden, I went to turn around, and mid-turn, he sort of just... It was almost like someone flicked a switch and everyone just fell over. It was really, really weird. But I had to re-log in the game a couple of times as well, just to try and fix the connection, because I had good connection. It was like 5 bars, 20 millisecond latency and everything, which was fantastic. But passes, I was pressing A and it literally wasn't doing anything. I was doing a heel to heel flick, it wasn't doing anything. It was really annoying. Evan, who is, or has rather, sorry, been subscribed to the channel for 2 years. Definitely am having one of my worst starts to Weekend League, but I think it's down to being burnt out on the game and really just not caring, since the game will basically be dead after this weekend. See, I'm the opposite. I'm not burnt. I mean, I played a lot of games. I play a lot of games. I review a lot of people, right? But I'm not burnt out on the game. I could still play it for so long as it worked, right? I could still play this game for another 2 or 3 months quite comfortably, so long as EA inject some excitement and give us something to work towards. I watched, I'm not gonna like name and shame or anything necessarily, but it was Nep's video, and he's basically given up on the game and said that there's nothing to work towards. But I don't understand that mentality, because there's never realistically anything to work to in FIFA. You're working to get better players to play the game, to get better players to play the game. There's never an end goal, really. So, you know, working now this weekend to get the ultimate players, what are you doing that for? Because after this weekend, if the game is dead, what are you going to go on to play? There's never an end game in FIFA. There's never a reason to play, realistically, because the reason is to get better players. But if the reason to get better players to only to play to get better... Do you know what I mean? It's a never-ending cycle of what's the point? So, for me, didn't you do Fatty? You can have a strong link with Regulon. I did do Fatty. You're right, I did. See, I mean, now I've got Ings, it's going to be difficult. Realistically, what I want is Grealish now. Mad. But I'm going to have to work toward that after this weekend. And from Monday onwards, we'll sort of do the episodes will be sort of me working towards Grealish. But yeah, I did do Fatty. You're not wrong. I didn't give him up, did I? I hope I didn't. Hacking B, I felt the punch. That was when he packed someone insane. That was the game, by the way. Went 2-1 up very early, 2-0 up very early on, and I just could not play for the rest of it. It was horrendous. I very quickly show you the defeat at the end. This was the 5th win, I think, of the evening to make me go 7-3. I was very happy to get to 7-3, considering we'd started. I think I was like 1-3 at one point. So effectively, I've won 6 in a row and went 7-3. Very pleased with that. Only want gold 3 this weekend. The annoying thing about it is, and it'll be the same until FIFA 21, because views are down on every video now that people have stopped caring as much, and the whole pandemic thing and the revenue we've been through, I'm not going to go through it again. I can't rely on the road to glory to bring in the bacon, right? I need to do this, but then I also need to do another 3 videos. I have very little time. It was lucky that Ings came out when he did. I'm kind of hoping there's another English Premier League player that comes out tonight that I can do as an SBC and stick him into this team. Gerrard, I actually screamed Gerrard in my head when I scored that, and we won the game 2-0. Gerrard won me that game. He was so good. And this was Gerrard's last game coming up now. And that is the team that spanked me, literally ruined me. Must be a really good player. Not because he beat me 6-0 and he must be a good player, but his team was incredible and his movement was insane. Basically, he was a 25 times better player than I want to be. He was defending the way I want to defend. He was attacking the way that I'm trying to attack, but he just did it 10 times, 25 times, 50 times better than I do, which is irritating because I just don't feel like I'm ever going to get to that level. But, you know, there's only one way to try, and that is to try again, you know. I'm mispronouncing a few people's names. Soyunku, Soyunchu is... Yeah, Soyunchu apparently is the way you say it. Don't worry about the name, it's Irish. I knew it was Irish, I just don't know how to pronounce Irish names. I'm playing Nani by using Rui Costa middle card. Also Deco and Baby Figo are quite cheap. Check the prices out on PC, could be an option for you. I have got a loan. What's his name? I've got a loan Figo Moments card, which doesn't really help the situation as he's right wing, Nani's left wing. They play on opposite sides of the pitch. So I did look at that sort of side of things just from that one player, but I've not looked into the icon side of things. I know, and I looked at Ronaldo, actually, and obviously his Champions League card there, about 300k. There is a bog standard Ronaldo for like 200, which I was kind of tempted to maybe look into, but the problem with that is it just doesn't help. It makes the situation worse because I don't have the right sort of players to sort of work him in. He's the man you want, though, isn't he? He's the player that you want. 5-star weak foot, just really, really nutty card. But what version were you using? Middle Rui Costa. Well, that's not. Yeah, is that middle? That looks like prime because that's moment. So middle is what, like 88? Yeah. So he's using this Rui Costa. Very cheap card, not particularly good. I mean, it's okay, but it's not worth the 100k that he's going for. But, you know, if you want to try and get a player in, sometimes you're going to have to, like Figo, for example, at the 88 Figo, he was available as a swap, I think, wasn't he? And I sort of turned away from him. Again, he's very similar to that Rui Costa. Deco is a card that gets a bad rap because I think Deco is one of those, like, you can get the moments for like 4 pence because he's so bad, but he's not bad because he'll fit the game beautifully. Yeah, 210k. There's only one on the market, but that, in my opinion, is still quite cheap. And he's he's a 3-star weak foot, but he's got 4-star skills. And that card is better than any of those. The 88 Figo, the Rui Costa. I think he's quite short, isn't he? Yeah, 5'9". So he does fit the game quite well. That could be a card to be sort of used as to link in Nani. The issue with that now is that my Ings is going to have a lot of trouble being linked in. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think Nani as a super sub has been helping me quite a lot, so I don't mind using Nani as a super sub. Let me just quickly relist everything. What I want to do actually is quickly go back to this. I've done a few things. We have a few things to open. Nothing too crazy. I've got a couple of packs. They're not going to be amazing. Hit that and got the Donuts Tifo. Not going to use it. We completed the Sudamericana again. Unfortunately, we are met with non-Team of the Season cards. I understand why they've not done it, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have a 90-rated Team of the Season card in the Libertadores Sudamericana. Is what it is. We'll pick up Bustos. I would love to keep grinding those and keep grinding them because they're not expensive. That one in particular cost me about 10-15k to complete. Picked up an 88 rated card, which is now a lot easier to go out and buy and cheap. Not easier to buy, but like they're very cheap 88 rated cards. They're not expensive at all. So the grind is slightly less worth it in a sense, but at the same time we do have packs to open. So the team looks like this at the moment because of Ings. It's not the best team in the world. I'm aware of that. I do really like Robertson, obviously, and I do really like that Ings. Spoiler alert for the review. I mean, he's actually insane. That last game is included in there, so he's actually got 10 goals, 3 assists in 5 games in Weekend League. That 6th game, he didn't get a sniff because I didn't, because I was awful and that guy was insane. Kent is in there. I'm kind of thinking tomorrow he'll get himself... Oh, wait, today, because this is going live Monday. Tonight, he should get himself a Team of the Season. He doesn't deserve it, but EA being EA, they will give him one. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm kind of hoping that they actually drop the SBC, rather, or an objective for Kent's Team of the Season, or player moments, or whatever, and they don't actually make it a you're in the team, because the card will be too expensive, and I won't be able to afford it. But we'll have to wait and see. Grealish could go there, though. Give a nice strong link to Ings, and then I'm kind of content then. We might be able to bring in someone here. At the moment, what's going to happen is Kimmich is going to be my CDM, and then Jari Litmanen will be given free roam in the middle. Werner is the cam. Ings is the striker, and then Kent and Bellarabi are both side. They've both got 5-star weak foot, so that really does help. I might end up playing Kamada off chem up here. I'm not sure whether that's a good idea. I mean, 8 chem compared to 10 chem's not the end of the world. They're both on 8 chem there. I don't know, I might try it out. I do like Werner. He's not bad. It's just when you play up against the 97, you can feel the difference in quality. I got demolished by a 97 Werner yesterday. I think I won the game, but he was so good on the ball. This is going to lag like hell. No, it's not. Hey, not bad. So, yeah, not the best of packs, but like I said, the Libertadores and the Sudamericana, very easy to complete, cheap enough. You don't really need to go out and spend a ridiculous amount of coins to get some decent packs. Rare Electrum 25k are the best packs you can get from it, but it only takes one. And then these silver packs really do help out, and they could actually make us money. So this guy, for example, will sell for 6k straight away if I want to do it. But do I want to complete the Bundesliga? I don't particularly want the card anymore because it's Nkunku. Kind of works, I guess, in the team if we want to put him in there and Kante. But not a great card at this stage of the game, so I'm not sure if I really care too much. I think it might be more beneficial for me to sell all the silvers that we get, completely forget about every league apart from just doing Libertadores, Sudamericana, even the Chinese league. Just forget about it completely and just do the Libertadores, Sudamericana constantly, over and over and over again, until we can hit something big. I do want to jump into a few drafts at some point as well, but it just depends on what EA drop in terms of a objective and what they do after team of the season. I'm not very good at draft, so it'll be a lot of, right, let's do some drafts. First draft, I get knocked out first round. Right, I'm not doing that again. That might happen, but we'll see. Do get a rare card there, but it's not going to be a board. It is going to be Perez, though. Take that. He might come in handy as well. It's another 2k card. I am very tempted to just... Uruguayan might sell for a bit, maybe not. I am very tempted to just list up all the silvers we get and say, right, well, we're just going to focus on gameplay and maybe Weekend League and... hello, a board. Hello, be team of the season. Come on, you know you want to be. It's not. And... draft as well. Right mid? Never is. Except when it is. I've packed him once this year, Bale. It was on my main account, but he still wasn't worth an awful lot. He was worth about 50k when I packed him. So, a couple of rares in there, a couple of cards we could use for a few things. He tends to sell for a bit. Don't know why. I mean, just English in that league might be good for SBCs. I don't really know. And then he might sell, yeah, because again, Argentinian, nice, easy link. Could be 1,000 coins. Not bad. Don't mind if I do. And in the final pack, the Rare Electrum, can we potentially get... No. You don't get anything in the last pack. So unfortunately, the grind there, we picked up an 88, so it'll do for an SBC. But we've not got anything massive, like a team of the season or anything. A couple of cards here that could sell for a bit. So he apparently is 10k. Don't really understand the logic behind that. Let's just try and sell him for 8k and see if anybody bites. I've done that team, so if I do complete the Bundesliga, I wouldn't look to complete the whole thing again. What I would do is complete it, fill in what I have, and then leave it alone. Pick up Nkunku, pick up a couple of the bigger packs, and then that's it, job done, leave it alone. So I don't mind selling. I want to keep Dusseldorf, Union Berlin, and Paderborn players, and then I want to sell everything else. I'm quite close, I think, on one of those. Don't know which one. I'm not bothered about the Portuguese league. I think what I'm going to do tonight is go through every league, like silver cards, and decide, right, I want one more run at this, I want one more run at that, I'm done with this, I'm done with that, and just sell everything. And we might be touching 900 to 1 million. And if that's the case, then I don't mind going out and buying maybe one or two players to sort of fix the team a little bit, because at the moment I don't mind that. I know it's well behind the curve. There are maybe two players in that team, Ings and Robertson, that are actually up to the standard that I need to be to where I want to be playing, if that makes sense. But unfortunately, the rest of it would require coins. Like, there's a team of the season, Trent, which isn't that expensive, but it would mean, what, 200-300k? There is a team of the season, Gomez, who is probably too expensive. Soyuncu isn't really good enough. He's not bad, but he's not great. I actually don't mind De Gea. De Gea can stay in there for the rest of the game for all I care, because he's actually much better than any other goalkeeper that I've used, apart from Ter Stegen. I would like to get Kante to 1,000 games. I can see me playing 250 games between now and the end of the year, definitely. But I just can't get him in the team properly. So is what it is. But for right now, for the rest of the weekend league, I think that'll be the team that we play. And hopefully I can sort of limp into Gold 3. If I've got enough time, I'm more than happy to go for Gold 2. Of course, the weekend league is done for you now, and it will be done for me by the time you're watching this. And you'll have to find out in tomorrow's episode where I finished. Hopefully there's something else that EA dropped last night that we can complete in terms of packs and such. But have to wait and see there. Let me know where you finished in your weekend league. And like I said, I'm Gold 3 is the bare minimum just for time. I've got more than enough in me to be able to finish Gold 2. I need to go 10 and... What am I at the moment? I think I need to go like 10 and 9 right now. Have I got 19 games left? I've played 11, right? I'm 7 and 4. Does that sound right? 7 and 4, 11 games, 29, 19. Yeah, so I need to go 10 and 9 to finish Gold 2. I can do that. I just don't have the time, I don't think. I'm going to try, but I don't know. We'll see. Gold 3, I will finish minimum. Gold 2 if I can, if I've got time. So we'll see. Like I said, let me know where you finished and who you're hoping to get out of the Ultimate. I don't think I'm going to actually pack any of the Ultimate Team of the Seasons. I think it'll probably end up being a bunch of the rest of the world. There's an awful lot of bad cards coming out for that rest of the world that you just don't want that are going to be worth 20k. There are a couple of good ones, don't get me wrong. Kent, Orsic, both of those would be welcome. But we'll have to wait and see. If you have enjoyed today's episode of The Road to Glory, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.